Good morning. Cheers to a Tuesday morning. My last pot of Trader Joe's coffee, so I'm gonna have to get me some new coffee for tomorrow. Good morning, happy Tuesday. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 510, which was my street number growing up. Isn't it funny you can remember? Like, of course, my mom still lives there, so 35. I think we moved in 35 years ago. So that's not crazy that I remember, but I can remember my, and it's still the same. My mom's PO box number at the local post office in our small town, and I know the the 3-digit password still, and I haven't used it in 25 years. It's 2022, so maybe 20 years. Yeah, I was still living at home until what, 2002. So it's funny the things that we retain. Childhood friends' phone numbers. I can still recite. Now, living in a small town, most of our numbers were like the same. So the last four digits of my phone number was 6412. My friend Kyle was 6421. Chad was 6413. So it was like all of these numbers were so similar. That's what happens in a small town. So what is up? What is up? What a day yesterday. Picked up the second Goodwill lot, and it is. I had to use fire emojis. I had to. I had to. It's fire, and I haven't even scratched the surface. So I'm going to talk about why I knew as I started to unload this pallet of cards. And on the listing, even less like fire was in the pictures. Like the first lot, it's like, oh, that's cool. And there was some cool stuff in this one, but I didn't think, I thought, oh, we'll just throw some nice cards and then the rest is going to be 91 Fleer. So I'm going to talk about that. That's about all I'm going to talk about because that's about all I did yesterday. So I picked up the Goodwill lot and that was it. I did some shipping. I picked the lot up and did some more shipping, did some more pulling out of the cards from Goodwill. That was about it. My dog woke up early this morning. This is random. So my wife sleeps in because she works like she's in real estate. So most of her working hours are a little different. They're not like me. I'm like 6 a.m. to well 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Or 9 p.m. But her work hours are after 5 a lot of times because when do you look at houses and when do you want weekends and nights and weekends? So our dog Biscuit, usually always when my wife's home, sleeps in with my wife, and then 9, 10 o'clock the dog comes down and very like she'll hold it in. So yesterday the Biscuit kind of slept in a little bit, but this morning she was downstairs at like 6:30. I'm still brewing the coffee. So took her outside, and it's really warm. Like, and if you're in Texas or Georgia or wherever you are, and and you hear me say it's really warm, it's 37 degrees, but man, it feels really good. The snow melted yesterday. It was in the 40s. Finally got to take the dog for a walk. We were both happy with that. So this morning, like a lot of the snows, so I could just walk out in my socks out on the back patio because it was dry. All the snow had melted and dried, and it felt like, ooh, it feels good. It feels really good. I'm gonna have to bust the grill out this week because I think we're supposed to touch 50 a couple days this week. So I am super stoked. There's that saying I remember growing up, like in grade school, second, third grade or whatever, we had to do art, and it was like, is March coming in like a lamb, or is March coming in like a lion? And so if it comes in like a lamb, it's going to go out like a lion. What that means is if it's a lamb, it's going to be nice and warm, unseasonably warm. sunny and fun. If it's a lion, it's going to be either cold and snowy or just thunderstorms. So hopefully, let's just make March a lamb. Let's all month long. Let's lamb from here on out. And I want to touch on baseball real quick. Jenny's with us. Good morning, Jenny. Zach, what's up? Diego, thank you. It's fun. We'll talk about the Goodwill stuff. Justin, what's up, my man? That's a 15-hour day. Yes, it is. And that's when I was talking to Ty, he's like, if people want to do this full time, like what's your day like? What's your working hours? And I'm like 6 a.m. to like 9 p.m. a lot of times. And he's like, you're not really convincing for people to want to do it. No, it's a hell of a lot of work. But remember, you're selling baseball cards. So is it really a hell of a lot of work? I don't think so. I'm having a lot of fun. It's long hours. It's a grind. Like, that's, to put it in one word, it's a grind. Jenny says it's a heat wave. What's up, Herman? Around here, it's windy or not. Cooter Lev joining you for the first time. Hey, thank you. Thanks for chiming in. I appreciate it. Hopefully you'll continue to come back. What's up, Dan? Jeremy, good morning. So where was I going? One more thing before I talked about Goodwill. Baseball. I saw Jeff Passan. Mike, what's up? I saw Jeff Passan tweet, I think it was like early in the morning, like 2 a.m. I just saw it just now, that they didn't come to an agreement, and they're not going to come to an agreement like in the early morning hours, but they extended the deadline to postpone the season, the opening day, to 5 p.m. So they have until 5 p.m. today to get a deal. So there's that new commercial where it's like, you're a Bitcoin millionaire. Oh, now I'm not a billionaire. Oh, now I am a millionaire. Oh, now I'm not a millionaire. That's my optimism, pessimism level with this whole lockout over the last 4 to 6 weeks. Right now, I'm optimistic that there'll be a deal by 5 p.m. But by the time I hit stop on this video and see another tweet, I'm not optimistic anymore. We will see. We shall see. I looked at my plane tickets for Arizona. I have not. I have not been able to, or not. I have not booked my trip yet for Arizona. I'm basically holding out like the owners and the players. I'm just gonna wait, and I'm gambling with it at this point. So the flight's actually and I'm gonna do a direct flight because I just want to jump on a plane and be there. I don't want to jump on a plane and land in another airport and then jump on another plane. I hate that. Herman found $80 plane tickets to Madison. Book it. You can come in March in a couple weeks. You can come in April 30th. I've got some bedrooms, spare bedrooms, so you can save on a hotel. Book those plane tickets, and it'll be your first flight, right? If I remember correctly. So I haven't booked my flight to Arizona. I'm waiting for the tickets. Unfortunately, they're not $80 to Phoenix. So they actually, when I looked yesterday, they decreased significantly from what they were last week. So I'm holding out that they'll drop even further as we get closer. So we'll see. And I might end up having to spend more than I wanted to. At this point, I'm kind of enjoying tracking the different prices every day. So I've looked at rooms, and I'm holding out like the players and owners. I'm holding out, and I'll book it eventually. I'm still March 22nd to March 29th is my trip, my planned week in Arizona. So hopefully there's Major League Baseball. Zach says, our plan is to do the Madison show in April too, trying to convince mom to make a weekend out of it. There you go. That's hey, Madison, and by April 30th, we should be, well, and Zach, you're in Wisconsin also. So I say to like the out of staters, like, wait until spring, summer to visit Madison. I mean, Madison's such an awesome city during the warm weather months. February, not so much, but we're getting closer to spring and summer. So by the time April 30th rolls around, it should be a nice weekend. What else? And so also, if you're speaking of the Madison Card Show, just shameless plugs for the Madison Card Show coming up. Next show is March 19th in a couple weeks. I'm nearly sold out from the main ballroom in the upstairs area. The second room is available at this time. I haven't decided if I'm gonna snag it again. We'll see. Um, and then April 30th, I think April 30th, I'll definitely be opening it back up because most of my regulars will be back in April. So I think we're going to do the 110 table setup, and we'll see what the demand is. Maybe I go out, buy some tables, and rent a third room. So that's April. And then in May, so if you're out of state and you're like planning, like, hey, I want to come to the Madison Card Show, hang out in Madison, the May show is Memorial Day weekend. It's the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. Now, what it across the street at the Alliant Energy Center, where the dog show was this past weekend, in May, that same weekend, is Bratfest. Okay, Bratfest is really cool. I actually saw, and they have concerts there. I think it was Everclear. I saw Everclear at Bratfest a few years ago. I think the biggest name, it's a country act. Is it Joe Nichols? I think Joe Nichols is going to be fed up because my buddy Ryan Nolan, breakout cards. He's a big music guy. By the way, um, there's some good concerts at Broadfest, which is the same weekend as the May show. Let's see. So Friday, May 27th. So this is the night before the Madison Card Show in May. Looks like the headliners are going to be, and there's concerts all day. From like the first one starts at 1 p.m. So 1 in the afternoon on Friday. 38 Special. So it looks like it's a classic rock day. So Friday night, 38 Special in concert just across the street from the Sheraton. So hey, book a hotel at the Sheraton, walk across the street, and see 38 Special the night before the Madison Card Show, Friday, May 27th. The Saturday headliners, it is Joe Nichols. So after the show, you can go see Joe Nichols. Bucky Covington, I've actually heard of him. He's playing on that Saturday afternoon. So you can leave the show a little early and go see Bucky Covington across the street. Let's see. Joe Nichols is the headliner on Saturday night. That's May 28th. Same day as the Madison Card Show. And then if you stick around for Sunday, it's like classic rock, like 80s rock. Looks like we've got Saving Abel, Boba Flex, and Queensryche. So those are some of the bands that are playing Sunday. That's Bratfest Memorial Day weekend. And the Madison Card Show is that Saturday, May 28th. So if you do want to come from out of town, that would be a fun show because by that time it'll be really nice and Madison's fun by the end of May. Dan, today I spent third highest purchase ever on an auto of a would-be KBO Hall of Famer. Very nice. Cooter, nothing better than having a brat and a beer on the terrace on a summer day in Madison. Cannot agree any more than that. The terrace is amazing. I didn't go to UW. And it's probably a good thing I didn't, because I would have spent way too much time on the terrace at the University Union having a beer and having a brat for lunch. Let's see. Bo, can I maybe crash at your place one day night if I get there in July, August? Absolutely. Cooter says if you don't do Arizona, there's your trip money for Dallas Card Show. So I'm gonna do Arizona and tie it in with the big Phoenix Card Show at the end of March. So that's the plan. So I'm still gonna do Arizona. I'm holding out. I'm holding out till they get a deal put together. which is probably not a good thing because the prices will probably go up once they come to an agreement. But I'm going to do that last weekend in March because there's a big Phoenix card show that last weekend in March. So hopefully I'm not buffering because I do have a connection unstable. So hopefully I'm good. So let's talk Goodwill lots. Picked up my second Goodwill lot yesterday. So the first one I bought was about a month ago. A pallet of cards, 500 pounds. And from the pictures, it's like, man, there's some really good stuff. Now I'm talking about last month's. There's some good stuff. But I expected, like, okay, there's going to be some good stuff on the top, and then the rest is going to be like 90 Donruss, 91 Fleer, and a bunch of junk. But I can still pull a lot of that stuff. It's going to be fun. There's always hidden gems. Even in junk wax, there's hidden gems. So I'm going to pull some stuff that I can, I can probably fill a 4-row box of $1.50 cards and, sell all of those, and I'll make my profit right there from, just grinding it out with those low dollar sales. Well, there was a lot better cards in there. I mean, there was a Mike Trout rookie card. There were a bunch of Jordans. So there was a lot of I was expecting base hits, and I got some doubles and triples and then a home run with the Trout rookie. So I did pretty well. And as I was loading up my SUV in that first purchase, I'm going through, I'm like, wow, there's actually some better stuff than I expected. So now, didn't watch that newest Goodwill pickup video yet. Please do so. Tell me you're going to a Wisconsin outdoor event without telling me. I'm going to see 38 Special this weekend, right? Right? Or REO Speedwagon. So I saw the second lot came up for sale. Boom, right away. Didn't even really look at the pictures until after I clicked buy because I didn't want it to sell. Looked, I'm like, wow, there's some cool stuff. But again, I'm not expecting lightning to strike twice with another Mike Trout rookie or anything like that. So as I'm loading my SUV yesterday, this one was 550 pounds. By the way, the going rate for cards, 80 cents a pound. So I start loading up my SUV, and I'm just like, every box I put in, I'm just kind of like opening just to see what's there. And it's like, wow, this is all modern. This is modern. This is modern. This is modern. So I filled so I have a Ford Edge SUV. I filled the entire back. The back of the SUV is completely filled to the roof. I haven't even touched that yet. I haven't even gone in there. All the rest of the stuff I put in my back seat. So there was about 6-7 boxes in the back seat. And so that's what I've pulled out so far. Now, from those boxes, it was all modern with the exception of the non-sports box. The non-sports box had some rare promo Marvel Universe card from 1995 that I tweeted out. I couldn't find much information on it. I found like the regular inserts, which sell for a couple $100, but this is like a promo. Was it like, is it not worth anything or is it worth even more? So I typed in promo. I finally found I could only find one sold, and it was a best offer accepted for $375. So that card alone is basically right. That's the home run. That's like similar to a Mike Trout rookie card. And then there were a lot of like other promos and prototypes in that non-sports box, which there was some sports in there. There was that cool Kenny Lofton unfinished skybox prototype. It's like a $10 card. So there's a lot of like doubles in that box. A lot of like just cool stuff going, and mostly 90s, and a lot of those 90s promos and inserts, and a lot of Marvel stuff. So I went through and I pulled some cards that I thought, I'm gonna check prices on these, but then there's so much more in that box that it's gonna take me a while to actually go into it and spend some time. So basically, I pulled some of the stuff that I knew would sell for $5-10, and the other one that was several hundred. So the rest of it, I'm gonna stick away for a rainy day because I want to focus on what I can what I know first, like the baseball, football, basketball stuff. I know that I can, list real quick. Then I'll revisit the non-sports stuff and start looking up what I have. And maybe 6 months down the road when I get into that box again, I'll find a $100 card or a $50 card. And it's like, hey, this is, nice for a little rainy day. So that was a box that the first box that I pulled was just a small box, maybe a 10, 15 pound box out of 550. And that box alone will bring me a profit. There was a stack of Joe Burrow rookie cards. There were a few Justin Herbert rookie cards. There was a stack of Jonathan Taylor, like a lot of these rookies from the last couple of years, a lot of like color, like, it's Prism draft picks. And I know people poo-pooed, oh, I'm going to that's the stuff I throw on my garage floor. Well, guess what? I'll pick it up off your garage floor and I'll sell it and make good money doing so. So that's, that in that box alone, there was, what else did I pull? I'm trying to look over here. Oh, there was another box that had the white storage boxes and it was all like new baseball. And guess what was in there? Vlad Jr. rookies, Tatis rookies. There were some first Bowmans, no whale first Bowmans and no first Chromes. There were some first Chromes, but they were older and common guys. And the Tatis and Vlad Jr. rookies were like the debut. They weren't like the flagship rookies. There was a Ronald Acuna rookie. It was the 83 insert, which is still like a $20 card. So there was a lot of that. There was the Club Bow sticker. That was pretty cool. A Stan Musial 8x10 autograph. I'm sure it's real because he signed a ton. So I mean, in the 6-7 boxes that I've pulled out so far, it's easy double triple my money. And I haven't even scratched the surface. I know there's not just one. I mentioned this after I made the purchase because one of the photos showed a Christian Ponder auto relic booklet. And then there was another, I think a second football booklet, another like lower tier guy. There's a couple early Tom Brady cards. There's an Eddie Murray. I did see the Eddie Murray rookie. It is legit, 78 tops. It's not a reprint. There's a Bo Jackson shoulder pads. And these were just like, as I was putting boxes into my car, I saw these cards lying on top. So I can't wait to dig any more. So stay tuned. I'll have some more tweets headed your way at 1 million Cubs. Let's see. Zach says, I find it amusing that the first few cards you posted to sell are Marvel and Alan Jackson. Hobby evolution for sure. Yeah, so I got tired of sitting in the basement. So I went upstairs and kept my dog company and started listing some of this stuff. So I listed the Alan Jackson and Hank Williams Jr. promos. I listed some Marvel cards. Because the reason why I listed those first is because it was the most recent pile I had pulled out of the boxes. So that was the method to my madness. It's like, okay, this is the last pile of cards I pulled. Here we go. So that's why. Let's see. So that's what I had for today. I just wanted to kind of give an update and kind of the background on this second lot purchase. I'm going to do some more shipping here and get back to pulling some more boxes. So I'll be tweeting what I find throughout the day. If something else big pops up, I will post another video on YouTube. I may do a nostalgia breaks with one of the Simpsons packs today. We'll see. It kind of depends on how the day goes with shipping, sales / any content added with the Goodwill stuff. If I do a couple videos on that, I'll probably delay the nostalgia breaks video. So that's where we're going. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great Tuesday. I will be back on tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that came up that I need to touch on. I don't think so. I'm not doing any card shows this weekend. My wife will be returning on Saturday. Plus, I'm inundated with new stuff, so I've got to hammer down and make sure the house is clean by Saturday. So, have a great day. Stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter at 1 million Cubs. I'll have pictures and updates as I dig through more of these boxes from the Goodwill purchase. And in a nostalgia breaks, The Simpsons coming up here in the next couple days as well from 1990 tops. Back on tomorrow morning. 7 a.m. Central. Please hit subscribe if you're not subscribing already. Hit that like button. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, and we'll talk tomorrow.